What's up, guys? This is your girl Chat with Kay, and I'm back with another video. But if this is your first time tuning in to my channel, Hunty, there is a 6-step process and a 1-step request, and it goes like this. Watch the video, like the video, comment on the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification bell so you can be notified each and every time I upload another video. And that 1-step request is please don't skip the ads. All right, guys. I am back today to talk about something that I've been trying to cope with for the last few years, and that is speaking, as you can see by the title, you already know I'm going to be talking about my brother, and also to bring some type of awareness how dangerous motorcycles are. And I know people say, hey, it's not the motorcycle, it's the rider. Yeah, all that plays a part of that as well. But first, let me tell you a little thing about my brother. Today is September the 10th. His birthday was actually yesterday, September the 9th. So I was going to upload this video yesterday, and I was on the fence about trying to get my head right in order to be able to bring this to the forefront where to share it with you guys. My brother was killed. My brother's birthday, is September the 9th, which was yesterday. He got killed September the 27th when he had his motorcycle wreck. So September is kind of a little funky month for me, as you can see why every time we come around this time. I have to spend some time, talking to my mom and different things like that. The pain of losing a sibling, I know some of you may know how I feel about losing a sibling, whether it was from illness or natural causes, or in this case, a motorcycle accident. So my brother was 46 years old. He was part of the Rider Club back home where I'm from, and he was the president of that Rider Club. And his name was Nightcrawler. So he used to ride his motorcycles, and he's part of the, like I say, the motorcycle gang there at home. So yesterday was his birthday. So I just kept looking at his pictures and going back, reminiscing back down memory lane. Okay. So when you lose a sibling, and then do the fact that I've been away from home so long, and I hadn't seen my brother in a while, but even though we were in contact with each other, it kind of still makes me feel a little guilty how much time I have missed being away from my family and actually not seeing them as much as I should have. So I'm dealing with that little guilt, I guess, for me not seeing him in a few years prior to the time that he passed from his motorcycle accident. So when we got the call, we were actually, it was a good day. Actually, we were, doing fun things. And at that time, my daughter was living here with me. So it was kind of much for all of us. So, well, again, we're going to reflect back on my brother's life. My brother was at one point in time, he was a police officer in his career as well. And he was married. And he had children, and he had children by his wife, and he had, children from previous relationships. So he was a dad, he was a husband, and he was a grandfather as well. So when you lose someone suddenly, it's kind of hard to get over that, because you live with yourself, the shoulda, woulda, couldas. And that's where I'm at today with the shoulda, woulda, couldas. I should have been more present in his life. I should have reached out in the month before this happened. I did send him a tweet on his birthday to tell him happy birthday, and I regret not actually calling him. And so that's what I deal with myself. I get so wound up in what I got going on till you feel like, okay, well, I just reached out and said happy birthday to my brother, whatever the case may be, not knowing that was the last tweet that I sent him, or text, put it like that, the last text that I sent him. So it makes me feel a little weird, because I said, had I just took time out to say something to my brother, or either actually physically call him to say happy birthday to him. September the 7th, it's like a regret of mine that I haven't been able to shake, even though we're on 5 years that he has been gone from us, on his motorcycle. So my brother was the type of person that he will help anybody if he could, and of course, some people always have things in their lives that people may say negative about them or whatever, but at the same time, my brother was he was the comedian of the family for sure. People always say that I make them laugh, but honey, my brother Doyle, you couldn't take him, because he was just that comical at everything that he done. If you were in a bad mood and you come around him, you was definitely won't be in a bad mood for long, because my brother was just that crazy. We would just say crazy in a good way. We would say, crazy. He's funny. He should have truly been a comedian. He truly should have. And so this is where I'm at with that. But I just want to say to you guys, I miss my brother so much, and I think about him around about this time. So today I actually cooked some things that I know that was some of his favorite food, even though I know that he's not here physically to eat it. Mr. Man and myself will. This is our dedication, the things that we do. And we are going to buy some balloons and release them on the 27th. So stay tuned for that as well. We're going to go out to the park out here by my house, and we are going to let these balloons go for my brother on the 27th of actually his anniversary date of his death. So I got to get through that. And again, yesterday I was pretty much okay because I kept busy. But this morning when I woke up, I was just like, okay, it wasn't like I wasn't thinking about him yesterday, because I was just trying to block it out as much as I could. And so I kind of stayed busy a lot to try to camouflage that. But today, not so much. I wasn't able to it's just the and I was in the kitchen, and I'm just cooking. I'm just looking at everything that I'm preparing, knowing that this is what some of the stuff that he liked to eat. So I just like, okay, this whole meal is for him. So, and it's real tough, guys. It's real tough. So let's touch on the importance of why I'm trying to make this video. The reason why I'm making this video, one, like I said, is show a dedication to him, and two, to kind of bring awareness of how dangerous riding a motorcycle could be. I don't care how great of a rider you may think that you are. Motorcycles wrecks do happen, and it's easy to lose your life on a motorcycle versus in a car. Sometimes, even though the car can take an impact more than a motorcycle can, let's just be clear of that. Even though, don't get me wrong, people still lose their lives on car wrecks as well, but in a car, at least you still have some sort of way to try to embrace for the impact versus being knocked off your motorcycle and flying in the air. And that's what happened in this case. And my brother hit the pavement. But again, it was hard for him to, he succumbed to his injuries because he had some tremendous amount of damage to his body, being thrown from his motorcycle and hitting the pavement like that. Even though he did have his helmet on, it still didn't protect his head. He had some very, very extensive damage to his head from the impact of hitting and I don't want to be TMI. If you got kids, exit left, because this is not the video for them. Exit left. Do not watch this video in front of children, and I will put that in my description. Okay, so I said this to say this, you guys. My brother was everything to us. He really, truly was. And he had rode motorcycles for years. He really did. And he was very skilled, and he knew how to ride a motorcycle. And like I say, it was just one of those things that happened. You know, for what we were told, he hit a pothole and he got in the road, and he got thrown from his motorcycle, and it hit the pavement. But and again, like I say, my brother, he knew how to ride his motorcycle. He did. His wife had one, and his son has one, and and he had one. And I got another brother that has a motorcycle, and I know a lot of those guys that's in the motorcycle group that he was the president of that motorcycle club. They all have motorcycles, and they all are very skillful riders. They are. So when people say that, oh, it's not the bike, it's the rider, I kind of just like, I feel like it's double standard in a way, because I know my brother is very skillful rider. He didn't take, he didn't do crazy stuff on his motorcycle that will what led to this. It wasn't that. So when I hear people say that, it's kind of double standard. So that's the reason why I'm making this video. You can be skillful. You can be you can take courses on how to ride a motorcycle if you want to learn how to control your bicycle, or not bicycle, to learn how to control your motorcycle is what I'm saying. And so, but again, things can still happen. Okay. So when Mr. Man told me that he wanted a motorcycle, I said, absolutely not. And no, because I don't want to go through this ever again. If he was to get a motorcycle, and if he was to get a motorcycle, it would not sit well with me, and it really wouldn't. And we've had this conversation, and he understands why. So he's spoken. He's again. He has going to grant me my wish, and I get one. So great. I appreciate it. However, like I say, you can be in a car and have a car wreck, whatever the case may be. But I just want to let you guys know, motorcycles is very dangerous. Okay. I don't care if you say, again, it's the rider and not the bike. I beg to differ, because I know my brother was a very skillful rider. He rode motorcycles. Again, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but it's the truth. He rode motorcycles well. He's very skillful. He didn't do papa wheelies and donuts as people do, and he wasn't rearing it up and flying down the road at 100 miles an hour. That wasn't the type of rider that he was. Okay, he was a very careful rider. It's just the fact that they were out riding. He hit there was a pothole where they were riding at, and he got knocked off his bike. So it is just but had he been in a car, he probably still with us today, because probably what happened, damage to the car, or your axle break off on the car, or whatever the case may be, he still probably will be among us today. But due to the fact that he was thrown so far up in the air, and then came down and hit the pavement, and then it was all over at that point. So when I'm trying to say motorcycles are very dangerous, it's just that they're extremely dangerous. And I wouldn't recommend anybody to ride a motorcycle. I wouldn't, because you don't want to be sitting in my shoes right now. You don't want to be where my family is at to have to come and go bury my brother. You want the one that has to go for my family to see him in that condition. Trust me. I didn't get to see him that way, but because I wasn't in Arkansas when it happened. But talking to my family, I wouldn't have wanted to see him that way. Let's put it like that. So when I say that the impact of motorcycles, there's nothing to protect you. There's nothing. Somebody hit you. There's nothing. There's no metal. There's no siding for you to be able to take an impact, to put you in between another car. At least it is some metal to metal, even though, again, you do have people do lose their lives in automobile accidents. They do. I'm not saying that they don't. So don't come for me like that, because I'm not saying that they don't, because they certainly do. But what I'm saying is, for this instance, I hear people tell us all the time, it's not the bike, it's the rider. It's not the bike, it's the rider. It's not the bike, it's the rider. Dead that. because that's misleading. It's truly misleading. And my brother, again, was a very skillful rider. He knew how to ride his bike. Like I said, he didn't act the fool on his motorcycle. He didn't. Okay, well, Kay, how would you know? You just said you wasn't there. Because I know. Okay. I've seen videos of their riding club when they're out. You know, there's people that are in, trust me, I know my brother was not reckless when he came to riding his bicycle. I know that he wasn't, because one, he was a family man. Two, he was a grandfather. Let's be clear of that. And he wanted to be around for his family. He truly, truly did. He truly did. Have I been on a motorcycle before? Yes, I have. However, I've always been afraid to ride them. Would I ever want one of my own? Absolutely not. Was there something I do all the time? Absolutely will not. I will not. I will not. Because, you know, we were out, me and Mr. Man were out, a couple of weeks back here where we were at. And we saw, you know, when you see that yellow caution tape out around an accident, you already know it doesn't look good. Okay. So someone here where we live just got killed on a motorcycle not too long ago. It hadn't even been a month, actually. And so I said, I know that all too well, because he got hit by a car. Same thing, got hit by a car, and boom, there he goes. He got knocked off his bike, and he got flew off and succumbed to his injuries as well. When you're in a car, though, there is an impact that's metal to metal that can kind of sustain a cushion for you, if you will. You know, sometimes people have car wrecks and they may be bad, sometimes they're not, you know. But when you are on a motorcycle and there is nothing there to protect you, it's just you coming straight on from a car to hit you. There's nothing there to protect you, your physical body, from this car. I mean, from the car that could be hitting you. There's nothing there. So that is what the point I'm trying to make, to bring awareness to motorcycles. Right? Yes, people say, hey, helmets in a must. And then I see people in some states, they're not even required to wear a helmet. I'm like, what are these people thinking? So I want to take this opportunity right here on the day after my brother's birthday and to tell you guys that motorcycles are very dangerous to ride. They are. And it's not about the person that's riding the motorcycle. I understand that you may feel that way. I understand that people say, hey, it's like I say, they say it's the rider and all that. I understand all that, but at the same time, it's the impact. That's what I'm trying to get you guys to understand. You do not want to be in my situation right now. You don't. This is very hard to deal with, because I text my brother 5 years ago. I text my brother and just said happy birthday instead of picking up the phone, not knowing that I would never have the opportunity to speak to him again. And I don't. He's gone forever. So I can only talk to him in prayer. That's the only way I can talk to him. I can only talk to him. It's just out loud and talk to him and hear him talk to him. But I can't pick up the phone and physically say, you know, happy birthday, bruh, today. But had he been in a car and hit a pothole, I could have called him yesterday to tell him happy birthday. I don't have that option to do that anymore. So what I'm trying to tell you guys to understand, yes, riding motorcycles are very dangerous. They are very dangerous to do. They are. They are. And I've had people to say, hey, well, okay, you know what? If it's your time to go, it's your time to go. When people say that stuff, you know, they are really not understanding the hurt that our family had to go through, or his wife had to go through, or his kids have to go through to have buried my brother 5 years ago because he hit a pothole on his motorcycle. Simple as that, and got thrown from his motorcycle. That's it. That is it in a nutshell. Something really simple. A pothole took his life. You know, I'm saying a pothole took his life, not him. Him riding his motorcycle and hit a pothole took his life. Just that simple. Just that simple. We hit potholes in our car all the time, going 70 miles an hour sometimes because we don't see them when we traveling. When me and Mr. Man is going from here to take me to Ohio to the doctor. We hit potholes before. Me and my sister hit potholes when she took me not too long ago. We're still here. We're still here among the living. My brother hit a pothole on a motorcycle and got thrown from his motorcycle and lost his life. That is what I'm trying to get. That's what I'm trying to get you guys to understand. Motorcycles are dangerous. They are. It's not the rider all the time. Now, granted, some riders do crazy stuff when they're riding motorcycles. They do. But in this instance, my brother did not. He did not. So all I want to do is to tell you guys, hey, if you're going to ride, be careful. If you're going to ride, hey, I suggest you go in the car and check out the road that you want to ride on and to see how smooth it is. Take it a little extra step, because you never know. You never know when something can happen when you're on a motorcycle. Okay? Don't drive crazy while you're on a motorcycle. Don't do Papa Willis while you're on your motorcycle. Don't do donuts when you're on your motorcycle, because those type of things can also contribute to using your life on a motorcycle. Motorcycles are very dangerous. Let's be clear that they are very dangerous to ride. And since my brother got killed, I have not been on a motorcycle. I've seen them all the time, people riding around where I'm at right now. This girl said, well, my husband got a bike. His cousin got a bike. You want to go for a ride? No, I truly don't. No. And then I had to tell them about my brother. No, I don't get on a motorcycle. Mr. Man don't even talk to me about a motorcycle anymore. And Jan said, better not talk to me about a motorcycle. Ever. Because he used to ask me, I want a voom voom, as he called it. Hey, I'm going to get you one. You can get a voom voom, all right. You can get it from Walmart in the toy section, because you're not going to get it anywhere else. I don't want to have to go through this again with anybody else that I love, to have to lose them because they're on a motorcycle. Or for that matter, at all. I don't want to lose my families at all. And losing a sibling in this manner was hard. And I think about what was going through his mind when he knew he got thrown off. What was his last thought? Even though it was a quick second, but what was it? That is what I deal with. And the fact that I did not pick up that phone and say happy birthday to my brother. Now I don't have that option. I don't have that option anymore. So I can't say happy birthday to him. So I hope this video reaches somebody today. And I hope it just can make you think about riding, because it does not mean, don't let people deter you when they say it's not the bike, it's the rider. That's not the case. Well, that's not always the case. Let's put it like that. It's not always the case. Okay? It's not. Like I say, guys, I'm begging you. I'm begging you. If you got family that has motorcycles, share this video with them. Tell them to call the Chat at Betty hotline. I tell them myself. It don't really matter. I tell them myself. Okay? I truly would. Because you do not want to let a loved one go. You don't. Not in this instance. So I thank you guys for listening to me tell you about my brother, who was an amazing person, who was a comedian, he was a police officer too, and all those different things. He had a wonderful life. But it was cut too short at the age of 46. He got killed when he was 46 years old on his motorcycle, over a pothole. Just hitting something that's simple. Okay. That's it. And it was like, was he flying? Was he going fast? They asked all those crazy questions. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. People ride motorcycles at a high speed, yes. But it's just something that simple that took his life, was riding his motorcycle. And he did have a helmet on. And then he did. Had all the safe precautions. He did. Because they were very adamant in their motorcycle club. They wear their helmets. Well, guess what? That helmet didn't save my brother that day. It didn't. It did not save him. He's still gone. And he had his head injured to prove it. To prove it. And all these injuries to his head, and he still had on, and he was wearing a helmet. He was. So it's just, motorcycles are dangerous, people. They are. I don't care what anybody say. They are very dangerous. And it's not always the rider. Okay? It is not. So hopefully this will clear that up with some people who think it's the rider and not the bike. It's the bike, because motorcycles are dangerous to ride. Yes, they are. They're more dangerous than being in a car. Let's be clear that. Okay, let's just clear that up, because I strongly will stand behind that. Riding a motorcycle is very dangerous. I'd rather be in a car than riding a motorcycle, because at least in a car I feel like I have a chance to win, a chance to survive the car wreck. Motorcycles, not so much. Okay, not so much. So if you did not hit that 5-step process, a 6-step process when you came in, and that 1-step request, please do so as you exit the building. And let me leave you with this. Be careful. If you're going to continue to ride, be careful. Be careful, because you do not want to be sitting in where I'm sitting at right now. You don't want to be feeling what I feel right now. You don't want to feel the guilt that I feel right now, because I didn't pick up the phone 5 years ago and tell my brother happy birthday. And when I don't have that anymore. It was gone from me. Did I think his birthday is September the 9th? He died September the 27th. Guys, trust me, this hurts so bad. Losing a sibling really, really hurts. Okay, losing anyone that you love really, really hurts. So I'm going to get off of here, because I know I've been a Debbie Downer all over the place in this video. But I just wanted to make it so you guys can understand and share my loss in my life behind a motorcycle. Yes, my brother that I lost on his motorcycle. Beautiful bike, by the way. He had 2 of them, actually. Beautiful bike, by the way. Bike doesn't mean anything. My brother's gone now. He's gone. And he did have a helmet on. So I'm going to get off of here, guys. And hopefully this, like I say, share this video. I want to bring awareness to the dangers of riding a motorcycle. I will advocate it from the day with the last breath in my body. I will argue that fact when people say it's the rider, not the bike. I beg to differ, and I can prove it to you. It's not always the rider. It is not. It's the bike too. Okay? It's the bike too. Because the bike can't protect us from an impact. They cannot. They truly cannot. Okay? So with that being said, guys, I love you guys so much. And until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. But I'm still going to say this. Love God, love yourself, and love others. Stay ready so you have to get ready. This is Chat with Kay, and I am out, because I really don't have anything else to say. And I'll see you guys. Oh, I'm going to make a video of what I cook for him. When I get ready to eat, I'll make a video about that, and then I will do another dedication to him, because I'm going to be mentioning my brother all this month, okay, because we lost him. And again, stay tuned for the balloon release that we're going to have on the 27th. I greatly appreciate it that you tune in for that video, so that you can see how much this hurts, okay? It hurts a lot. To lose a sibling, period, hurts. But this one, it hurts me more, because I could have said, hey, I was too busy to pick up the phone, to call my brother, to hear his voice for that last time on that moment, because he was alive on his birthday. And I didn't pick up the phone to say happy birthday to him. I sent him a text. Okay. And then I didn't speak to him after that. And then I got that call that he had a wreck and it was bad. And they didn't think he was going to make it. And then I got a call back 10 minutes later and tell me he's gone. He's gone. So I see you guys in the next one. Bye.